On one of the pleasant spring nights, around the campfire of one of the beautiful camps in Wadi Rum, Abdullah sat with his sons, Ala and Rashid, on a camping and learning trip. The desert winds blew, sending sparks from the fire dancing in the sky, adorned with the most beautiful stars. The boys sat close to their father, whose face was itched with the wisdom of a life lived under harsh sun and even harsher truths. The air was thick with untold stories, hidden wisdom, and secret knowledge. Pointing forward, with nostalgia in his eyes and warmth in his voice,
"Behind these mountains lies our homeland, Palestine."
a large smile spread across the boy's face, but it quickly faded. Ala, with a sad voice, said,
"But the cruel occupation."
Their father straightened his back and began speaking in a low, steady, and wise voice.
"The occupation, my sons, is like a sandstorm. It blinds you and leaves nothing but destruction behind."
Rashid frowned, thinking his father sounded like he had given up hope of resisting the occupation. He, taken by surprise, asked,
"Father, shouldn't we fight back against those who stole our land, our homes, and even our places of worship?"
His father nodded, a proud and gleaming look in his eyes.
"Allah forbid I've lost hope. On the contrary, I am all for resistance, of course. But, my son, there's a time for the lion to roar. A wise lion knows when to use its claws and when to use its cunning."
He then turned to a palm grove nearby, their fronds swaying gracefully, and said,
"Look at those trees. It took years of care and preparation for them to be able to face a fierce sandstorm. They bend firmly, with their roots deep and steady beneath the shifting sands."
Ala, always calm and composed in his actions, nodded in agreement with his father's words. He then commented,
"So, resistance is not always about fighting face to face, right, Dad?"
Abdullah smiled warmly at Ala's understanding and replied,
"Exactly. Sometimes the most effective weapon is wisdom and flexibility. Like the palm trees, we must hold on to our roots, our language, culture, religion, traditions, and values. That means we must prepare ourselves with faith and strength. Then, no matter what happens, we can keep our spirits high, even in the middle of wars or when facing life's difficulties and challenges."
He then pointed towards a distant mountain range bathed in moonlight and said,
"Behind those mountains lie hidden secrets, a network of tunnels dug by heroes over the years. They use them to transport supplies and hide brave fighters to launch ambushes and raids and prepare weapons away from the enemy's eye."
Rashid's eyes widened in astonishment.
"They resisted from the shadows?"
Abdullah nodded.
"Precisely. They knew that brute strength alone wouldn't grant them victory. So first, they armed themselves with faith in Allah, and then they used their knowledge of the land and their intelligence to fight back. And they trusted Allah to bring them the results."
Rashid, imagining the dark tunnels, shivered.
"But isn't it scary to live underground and take such risks?"
His father looked at him reassuringly.
"Yes, it is. But fear is a choice. They chose faith in Allah, hope, and the belief in His victory. They chose to fight for their future, even if it meant living in darkness or in the shadows."
Silence enveloped the camp, broken only by the crackling of the fire and the chirping of crickets as Ala and Rashid pondered their father's words. The occupation had always been cruel, harsh, and destructive, but resistance was a duty and a right necessary to defeat oppression and reclaim the light, truth, and the land. This resistance took many forms, from the unwavering spirit of the people, their faith in God and His victory, to the quiet determination to hold on to their rights and their patience, and the courage of those heroes who fought and continue to fight in the shadows. Rashid broke the night's tranquility with a hesitant question.
"Okay, what if the sandstorm never ends? Will the palm trees be able to withstand its power and harshness?"
Abdullah patted his son's shoulders and replied,
"Even the fiercest storms give way to the sun eventually. It's God's way and law on this earth. As long as we hold on to faith and hope, this storm will pass too. And when it does, we will rebuild, reclaim our homeland and our rights, stronger and more resilient than ever before.
The boys looked up at the starry sky and shouted with strong voices.
The storm will pass, Palestine. Keep it up, heroes of the shadows.
Abdullah felt proud of them and said in a calm, strong voice,
Remember, the greatest weapon against evil is a heart full of faith, goodness, and patience. Never let them steal the goodness from your hearts, the kindness from your actions, or the patience and faith in times of weakness. With these values, we light the path to freedom and reach it.
The boys fell into a deep sleep in their tent, knowing that the road ahead would not be easy. They also knew their spirit must be like the palm trees, bending at times, but never breaking. They vowed to be ready when the time came to fight for their religion, land, and future in any way possible, with courage, cunning, and wisdom, holding on to the flame of unwavering hope and faith within them.